Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I got a fun little Timex for you. This is the Expedition Scout 40. So first off, thanks everyone for putting up with those little YouTube shorts I've published the past few days. YouTube's kind of stressed the importance of that and how they'll use that to help grow channels. So you don't have to watch them. They go into some YouTube short stream feed, whatever. Totally cool. Just put up with them. Sorry. But first off, this watch here is going to be part of a little project I'm doing, not project, but series. I want to test watches that are $50 under, somewhere in that price point, for people who are really looking to get into watches. Start from the beginning. Maybe an SKX or that type of watch is too expensive and you want to start somewhere cheaper. And this is a fun little quartz watch. It's not a mechanical watch, so it doesn't set you back a ton of money. This one I think I paid $40 for, and that was to get it even quicker because I wanted to make this video, but I think you can get these for under $30. So let's dive into this guy and see what you get for that 30 bucks. So first impressions, I think this watch is really cool. It's kind of like a field explorer kind of watch. Not like Rolex Explorer, but like if you want to be an explorer. The face is, I got the dark model, but there's up to like 25 different color combinations you can do. So as a new person entering the watch world, there's so many options for you to pick colors that you can find one that really fits you and just kind of dive into it. And I think that's really cool that they offer that. But I went with this brown leather strap. It says it is genuine leather, so that's cool at such a cheap price. And then this kind of dark gray face with the very typical Timex Indiglo colored hands. I'll show you guys that right off the bat here. You push the crown in, you get that great Timex Indiglo. That's kind of what they're known for. Everyone's had a watch that probably does that, and I think it's a really cool feature. The case appears to be some sort of dark brushed metal. I kind of like it. It feels very smooth, but it kind of has a brushed appearance to it. Talking about the case, I'll give you some more info about it. This is a 40 millimeter watch. It is 11 millimeters thick, so that's fairly thin for a watch. It'll fit under your shirt cuff really easily. It's 20 millimeter bandwidth, so it'll fit basically every kind of watch strap you can buy and find. It's a very easy to find size. So if you do get this and you want a different size, different color or style band, great for entry people because they can change it, learn how to do it, screw around with it. It's great. It does have a date window, but there's no magnification over it, so it's just a little simple feature added on there, which is kind of cool. And it is a 50 millimeter water resistant watch. The crown does not screw down, so I wouldn't really recommend swimming with it, but at this price, do it. I don't care if you need to replace it. Just have fun with it. This is the kind of watch that you just buy to have fun with, and if you break it, you break it, but it's a great little entry into the world. Taking a closer look at some of the details, I like the face looks very well made. It has that inner kind of 13 through 24, so it works as a 24-hour clock. So this works for a variety of purposes. The band, I think, the leather quality feels great. It doesn't have odor to it. When I got my Orient, the band smelled terrible, and that was a much higher priced watch. So I'm really happy that this one, right out of the box, is wearable. It doesn't have a chemically odor to it. It doesn't seem like it was cheaply made. Really happy about that. The clasp I kind of like. It feels like it's cheap metal, but I like the way it sits. It sits very flush to the band, so you don't really get a lot of rub on a desk, and I kind of think that is important to me, at least, because some other cheaper made watch bands, the clasp kind of rubs and gets stuck on things, but this one sits very flush, which I really appreciate. On the wrist, this watch looks equally great. It doesn't, to me, feel like a 40 millimeter, and I think a lot of you will agree because there's no bezel to it, so it wears fairly small. So I do think this will work on a wide variety of people's wrists, which I think is also another reason that I picked this, because it's a great, and I think this will look great on women. I think this will look great on men. Younger children, I think, could also even pull this off. I have a 7.25-inch wrist, and it looks almost small on me. So I feel like a lot of you can get great wear out of this, no matter what your age, sex, gender, doesn't matter. I feel like this is the watch for you if you're trying to jump in to watches. Also, a fun little fact to note, I forgot to mention this earlier, but on top of the Indiglo, the minute and hour hand are also loomed. So you can, without even needing to press in the button, you could still see what time it is. It gives it this nice little kind of two-dimensional kind of feel that you can use the Indiglo, see everything perfectly, or you can just rely on the minute and hour hand and see things still in the dark, which I think is just super cool that they put that level of thought into it. They could have easily just given non-loomed hands, probably cheaper in the long run for them, but they went with loomed hands that I think just give this watch such a nice look. So wrapping it up, I know I've been rambling for a couple minutes here. I'm just really impressed with this watch. I think for under $30, under $40, this is the perfect watch to get a lot of you that are maybe teetering on the edge of really committing to this hobby into watches. Buy it for this price, wear it, wear the hell out of it. It's a field watch. Do whatever you want with this thing on. It'll take it. If you break it, it's not that expensive, relatively. I know money is relative to everyone. But I think this is just the kind of watch that everybody can enjoy. Even if, my daily watch is a Rolex, I wear this thing with just as much enjoyment. I think that's the great thing about watches, is that cheaper watches can be just as fun as your most expensive watches, as long as you're not snobby about it. And I think this watch really kind of sums that up. And I think the next one I'm going to do in this series also does. But I would strongly recommend everyone looking in and owning one of these. Even if you don't really have a need for it, grab it, add it to your collection, and one day you're going to put it on and be like, holy crap, that watch is super cool. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm going to have a few more watches in this same vein, so stay tuned, and I'll see you guys next time.